Daily Morant moment. This just in our Daily Morant topic. Look, I am not piling on. I'm not trying to kill my dog, but he is famous. He is great at what he does, and this story just evolves. The saga continues. So here's the update. Ja Morant will be away from the Grizzlies indefinitely. That's not good to hear. He's entering a counseling program. That's good to hear in Florida, and there's no timetable for his return. Now, I think it's callous if you did put a timetable on it. So there may be one. They just don't want to say there is one because obviously y'all don't want y'all championship opportunity to go bye-bye this year because Memphis was balling this year, right? So we're going to get him some counseling, let him understand his ways, and hopefully come back a better man. Let's not forget that Ja Morant is not only a man, but a father. He has a child. So all of this stuff is playing out for us to consume, but that baby's going to grow up. And with the internet, whatever you did, they can retrieve. And you do not want to stain the brain of that baby without knowing how great their daddy was in sports and as great as he can be off the court. Because right now, he's losing that competition off the court. So, made me think about the times I've been to counseling. I was brought to tears, and outside of death, outside of my best friend dying, my mother dying, this was the deepest, like the most pulling emotional moment I've had in my life. It's like top 5 for sure. And it was when I was talking to my counselor, and you know you go to counselor, I got this problem, I got this problem, I got this problem, and everybody else is the problem usually, right? That's day one. You telling everybody about everyone else and what they did to you and what you feel like. Then you evolve in that counseling session from just pointing the finger to starting to look into yourself. And then if you have a good counselor, you'll come to a summation that is really a balance between, yeah, some messed up shit happened to you, right? And you are causing some of this messed up stuff. So you kind of get into that, and then you can continue if you want. I remember when my counselor looked at me after everything I had told him, everybody else's fault. Okay, some of that I did. He said, Marcellus, these 2 words that brought me to tears. He said, you won. I said, what? He said, you won. You won. And I was like, what? Like right now, I'm about to cry again. It's crazy because he's like, he knew me. He was like, dude, you have nothing else to prove, just to achieve. You have nothing else to prove, just achieve it. Like, you won, man. You came from it. You did it. You're there. What are you doing? What are you trying to prove? Ja Morant, I hope he hears that. I hope that counselor in there gets him to a place where it's like, hey, young man, all this thug life or this little gangster stuff or whatever you're trying to represent, you won. You have nothing left to prove. Just achieve. Just go out there and be the greatest version of yourself every time we see you. Nothing left to prove, right? And another thing that hit me when I was in counseling was that you get most upset with the things that you see that you're guilty of as well. And I never put that together. He was like, the stuff you see out there, you all mad about, he's like, you know you're guilty of that as well. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, because you do it too. That's why you can even recognize it. He said it wouldn't even be in your scope if you weren't participating in it to some degree. And I was like, damn, that's real. He went through my history from before when I used to cheat on every girl I was with, like high school, college, and all that. And he was like, yeah, you used to hate them because you were a cheater. And I was like, you're right. I used to, every girl, as soon as I meet them, hey, who you been with? And then after that, trying to figure out who I knew, then I was like, all right, don't cheat on me. Don't cheat on me. Don't you disrespect me like that. And it was really, I was trying to beat him to the punch almost, like, because I knew I was a cheater. So long story short, man, for Ja Morant, hey, big dog, you won. Now let's go out there and keep winning.